What do they say? Boys and their toys. And we don't. It's true. We don't change from when we're kids. We just our toys get a little more expensive. Here's my 1987 Chevy Corvette. I've wanted one. I'm 53 years old, so I remember these when they came out, and I couldn't afford one. It's pretty relative of today, like the new ones now, which are close to six figures, you know. But anyway, I always wanted a black 86, 87 Corvette. So about 15 years ago, I was able to, had some money, and the search was on, and I did find the perfect black 87 Corvette. And since then, I've restored her, and I never look back. I'll never sell her. She means that much to me. It's a great car. And as far as maintenance goes, I just brought her home from getting her oil change. So that's the main thing. I don't beat on her. I don't race her at the track. She's a show car, but I do use her. I bought her with 39,000 miles on her. So again, about 15 years ago, 16 years ago, and she just turned 92,000. So I use her, not every day, but she's a lot of fun. It's a little harder to get into her now than 15 years ago. So, and again, she's just a real beauty. She's got great paint, and here's my calling card, my laser blue pinstripe. What's nice about New Jersey is once your car's over 25 years old, you can register as a historic, and you don't have to take her through inspection. I had her registered as a collector car before that, and I think they did away with these. Because I think people were registering their vehicles as collectors' cars, and I don't know, they're getting away with not having to go to inspection or what have you. So I remember having to just bring her to inspection and driving her a mile and coming back just to make sure the odometer worked, and that was it. And then they did away with that. So, but she's a really beautiful, beautiful Corvette. And I have a number of videos on her. I redid all the rubber stripping around the roof. Major things I've done: exhaust, which I would recommend if you have a stock Corvette. Original is the stock Corvette exhausts were just horrible. They were, they're duals, but they had dummy pipes, no airflow. Unless you want your Corvette quiet, but you put on a good aftermarket Borla. You don't have to spend $1,000. You can get a Dynamax Ultraflow midline, nice upgraded exhaust for about $500, and then you go up to $8,000-9,000 when you get into the Borla and the Corsa exhaust stuff. But I put on I have the Dynamax Dynaflow Ultraflow stainless steel exhaust. My second set of tires, 15 years. The first pair dry rotted out, and it was just time for new ones. I had the wheels sent out through Eckler's, their exchange program. I had these chromed, and that's about 12 years old. They did a spectacular job on them. They really did a nice job. I mean, great quality chrome. I think the company that did the actual work was in California. It was called BJ's Chrome in Carlsbad. And shout out to them. Excellent communication. They called me when they received the rims, and they let me know when they were sending them out so I can expect them. But great job on them. And another note, when I got the rims back, you can notice the difference in weight. The triple chrome, triple plate nickel and chrome. So there was a difference in the weight, but beautiful, beautiful. I'm glad I have them chromed. Small things, a K&N air filter. I opened up the air box. I just cut it with tin snips. No need to spend the $50 for the opening. The one that just K&N sells. There's no need because no one sees it. And I'm not going to put a cold air system in. That's another option I could do for $300. But just a few things. The original owner who I bought this off of already had a stage 3 computer chip in and upgraded thermostat. But other than that, she's original. But she's very fast. Great car. Excellent paint. I've never had a car with such deep, as you can see. I mean, I don't even have to say anything more. Look at that. It's like you can dive into it. So it's better than a mirror. Never had black paint as good as this. I get compliments all the time. And this was repainted, I believe, in 1992 by the original owner. And he spent a good buck on the paint job, as you can see. It's not without some patina. She's got some little things here and there. But that's, you're going to expect that. I had both emblems replaced a few years back. I had a body shop do them. Back one I did myself. Let me change that. But the front one I had a body shop do because it's really difficult. I found it difficult to do because you had to go in here and way inset underneath up towards the body where the little clips. It was very difficult. So I spent the $50. It was well worth it, and had a body shop do it rather than destroy the paint. So I'm glad I did that. But excellent paint job. So and on to my other toy, a twin. It's my 2006 Yamaha Morphous. I use this every day nearly. This is one of the coolest motor scooters I've ever owned. I've had a number of them through the years. I had sport bikes. I had a Katana 600. I had a Kawasaki Ninja 900 RR. And you know, it's a, you know, there's definitely a niche out there. I didn't particularly like the race bikes. But these, this is, when I saw these, when these first came out in 06, I really didn't want to spend the money because I just bought the Corvette or a few years before. But I followed these for the past few years, and this one I got for such a great deal. I was following it for a year. It was on the internet, and I got such a great deal on it. It was it was basically new. Had 3,000 miles on it. It was in storage for 10 years, and I got it for almost nothing. Had it shipped up from the Carolinas. But I use this every day. Has lots of storage. It is one of the neatest scooters. It's a 250. It's got lots of power. I'm 280 pounds, and this thing goes. It really is a sharp-looking bike. I like unusual stuff. I also like vintage bikes. I've been following Kaplan, New England Motorcycle Museum up in Connecticut. I've been following them on YouTube. They got a lot of vintage bikes. I'm also very interested in vintage 70s bikes, like trail bikes, like Harley Davidson, the AMF 250 trail bikes. I also like the 70s, mid-70s Harleys, the mid-70s Honda, the CB450. I'd like to get my hands on one of those, but for this is perfect for my lifestyle. I use it, I live right by the ocean. I use it nearly every day to go to the beach. It's got lots of storage. Take it to the store. I could bring home a 6-pack, 2 6-packs. I can go food shopping, you know, not major food shopping, but it's got a big trunk. Let's see, we'll open this up. It's got a nice big trunk. And we'll open up the, also has this pretty large storage area underneath here. That'll hold a full helmet, or you know, if you need to go to the store to pick up eggs, bread, milk, butter, cheese, you know, small stuff, this is perfect. Between that and the trunk and this, it's perfect. It's digital dash. It's really well made. I have two windscreens. Now I really love the way this looks with the, it reminds me of the cafe bikes, the short sports scooter, sports windscreens. But I also bought a winter screen, which is about 20 inches high, and I'll put that on once the real windy, cold weather sets in. But I really love the way it looks with the short windscreen. It really adds to the sportiness of it. Now again, this was in storage for 10 years. When I got it, I immediately put new tires on it because they were shot. I put the blue pinstripe to match my Corvette. And I got a couple of these Yamaha, let's see if they show up here, these stick-on Yamaha emblems. It really sets off the blue pinstripe. It just really adds a nice little touch to her. But she is really well made. I had a Honda Helix. I bought a new Honda Helix back in 1994, and that was pretty nice. But this, to me, and this blows it away. Although Helix today, if you look up on the internet or YouTube and so forth, these are, you can get these a lot cheaper than a Helix. Helix are still a premium bike. But these just didn't sell very well in the United States for whatever reason. People made some comments about how it looks and this and that. And you know what? It's like vanilla and chocolate. Everybody has their thing. And, you know, everybody made fun of the Edsel back in the 80s, in the 50s, and look at it now. So, but this is really a sharp, streamlined, I call it the Jetson scooter. It's really well made. Again, compared to the Helix is more plasticky. Back then, when I had it, I thought it was pretty cutting edge and so forth. But this is a far better design. Much sleeker, sportier. It really caught my eye. So, again, very well made. A lot of chrome, metal. There's nothing on here that's cheap. There's nothing on here that I say, my God, what a piece of garbage. I mean, geez, Yamaha did an excellent job on this bike. I mean, the quality is really remarkable. So, 13-inch wheels, discs, front and rear. Difference between this and the Helix. The Helix is a carbureted engine. So it's still the same cc. This is slightly bigger. This comes out to a 266, I believe, cubic, but it's fuel injected, and it makes a big difference. And it really is a responsive bike. Oil changes are very easy. I changed the plugs. I put the plug, I should say. I put an iridium plug on it. I run premium fuel. You can argue that it's not necessary, but you know what? It cost me what, $8, maybe $6 to fill it. So why not? It runs very well. As you can hear, my crazy Yorkie Bobo in the background barking. So, but boys and our toys. And she fits perfectly alongside my Corvette. And this is just part of enjoying. This is life, enjoying whatever your interest may be. So, all right. You have any questions? Again, 1987 Corvette. It's a great sports car to get into. If you don't have a lot of money, you can get these relatively cheap now. You can get a very, very low mileage Corvette, a C4 like this, for $10,000-$12,000, or or you can get something that needs to be repaired, that needs some repairs, for like $6,000. But then you have to take into account you need to do the repairs yourself or have someone do it. It could get a little expensive, but it's a great little hobby. I enjoy the shows and driving her. She's a real blast. Alright. One last thing about this, the Morphous, is I used to have a 2012 Cadillac SRX, and the rear is almost identical. It really is ironic. So again, lots of chrome, black and chrome, and a blue pinstripe. Alright, thanks for watching. Have a good day.